Hello everyone. Do you know which AI model is currently the easiest and best one to use to summarize contracts? I'm Caroline.
I'm Reno. Nice to meet you.
Today we're gonna test 4 AI models. That is ChatGPT 4, ChatGPT o3, which have the reasoning function, and Microsoft Copilot, and a local language model called Gemma 3.
We are going to use the version with 12 billion parameters.
Awesome. So we have a hypothetical scenario here. We have a lady called Angela Smith. She has a house and she would like to find a tenant, and she found a tenant called Paul Johnson. They signed a residential tenancy agreement to record this contractual relationship. Of course, it's a hypothetical scenario. It's a dummy contract that I will show you guys right now. So this is the agreement that is publicly available in Tendency Services website. It's a template that anyone can use. So we record this hypothetical scenario in this dummy contract. The rental property is 33 Maple Avenue, Pine Hill, Auckland. Tendency starting from 1st of May 2025, with 1 year ending on 30th of April 2026. Landlord is Angela Smith. Tenant is Paul Johnson. Both of them have signed a contract. The rent is $1,000 per week, and they have to pay it before the tenancy starts. And the bonds will be 4 weeks worth of rent.
Perfect.
So, and it requires a lot of general responsibility of the landlord and the tenant. We're gonna use this as a testing case.
Okay.
In these AI models. So shall we get started? Should we start with AI ChatGPT 4?
Okay, let's have a look.
Cool. Alright. So let's have a try at ChatGPT 4.5 here. Now, the first thing I'd like to do is load the contract into the ChatGPT model. And I'm gonna ask the model summarize. See what ChatGPT says.
It seems that it's reading. There you are.
It looks pretty correct so far.
Yeah, it's telling us all the information. Landlord, tenant. Wait, I don't see the information about who is the landlord, who is the tenant. No,
yeah. Yes.
They are all correct.
Yeah, it looks pretty correct and concise to me. What do you think?
Yeah, seems like he's retrieving information.
Cool. Let's create a new chart and try full mini.
And you need to make a comparison with a new chart, otherwise the answer is going to be affected by what was said before. So yeah. Let's try with O4 mini.
Okay, and then again summarize this contract agreement.
Let's have a look. The thinking starting. And here it is.
Oh, look. The result look quite different now.
Yeah.
So you sort for 6 seconds.
Can we see the faults?
Of course. Oh, wow. So I actually show you how it was done.
It's detecting that it's 9 pages long and try to figure it out the information. That's pretty cool. What do you think?
It seems like it's less concise. I found it's not as easy to read as ChatGPT 4.5.
Yeah.
But the information seems to be quite accurate.
Perfect. As far as there is no hallucination, then we can always ask to change the way the information are provided.
It's
Yeah.
definitely providing more details.
Yeah. The same prompt you get.
With the same, exactly same prompt.
Let's go and have a look at the Copilot as well.
That's
Really
it.
interesting to see
Cool.
how it's gonna work.
Let's open up Copilot. Okay, let's try Copilot now. So we have Copilot here. I'm gonna drag the document inside again.
I never used Copilot myself. I'm really interested to see. Let's have a look. Huh,
That seems really fast.
that was quick.
Jump out the results straight away.
And let's go and see if the information are correct. Yeah,
The information looks pretty correct to me. And it's also really easy to read.
yeah.
Summarize landlord responsibility and tenant responsibility, termination rules.
So it seems that it's giving us pretty enough information.
That's really good. What
Yeah.
do you think?
He passed the test.
Pass the test.
I will probably give it an A. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so last but not least, let's try local language model.
Yeah. We are going to try Gemma.
Yeah, Gemma 3 12b. So we are going to do exactly the same thing. And ask to summarize, please. Oh.
Let's have a look. So Gemma is running locally on this computer, so that means that we are not uploading the PDF on the web. So if it's a confidential document, local model are the ideal. And in this case, it's taking a bit of time to load the model on the memory and start giving us some answer. And let's see if the information are accurate.
Looks pretty good so far. Oh, no, it doesn't end on 1st of April 2026. That's the first error.
Okay. Error number 1. And Main Street. Well,
No.
Main Street,
What's the name?
it was Maple Street, if I'm not wrong. And let's see. Oh,
It doesn't tell me about tenant information.
Yeah,
It just tells
we
me
can
about
even try
the-
to ask and see. Probably it's not capable to reason enough and tell us what is the information we're looking for. So it's a small model, so it's 12 billion parameter, just to give you a comparison. ChatGPT 4 is 1.7 trillion parameters, so it's basically more than 10 times bigger in terms of skills and parameters. Means like how many how much reasoning capabilities behind the model. So I was expecting something like that, but I probably know why it's not working fine. It seems that this stage is a problem of reading the documents. Should we ask about the tenant and see if he?
I guess I just want to point out also there's a key information which is rent and bond that it didn't find out.
Let's try to ask this information.
Let's ask who is the tenant.
Let's see if he's still using the document or if it's hallucinating. At this stage, we are using Gemma 3 on OpenWebUI, which is free for us to use. And you can see that here it's hallucinating again, or probably doesn't have the information.
Correct. How much is the rent?
Let's see if he's managed to find this information. As I said, I'm pretty sure where is the problem here. And probably it's not. Yeah, it's low because it's
and
running.
it's wrong.
And it's hallucinating. And
I wish the run is 650.
well, now I want to defend the poor Gemma because I like this model. I use it
Okay.
quite a lot, and it's hallucinating. And you might guess why if you're expert on LLMs. The reason behind is that the PDF probably hasn't been generated in an easy format to be read for language model. And if you don't know, I'll tell you that whenever you upload a document on ChatGPT or Copilot or models that have been there developed and available for the user, there is a bit of pre-processing done behind the scene. It's called parsing, in which you analyze the document and you extract all the key information to develop a single text, easy to read for a language model. There are many ways to do it. If you have a question about this process, just come and ask. And in this case, I guess that's the main problem. I think the model will be capable to extract and understand this simple document. It's not just capable to read it because they are not in a way that it's easy to be digested by this model. So I guess this model got a bit fed up with information that he can understand.
Right.
So I guess that's the reason behind.
Okay. Wow, thank you for explaining it.
No worry.
Okay, so out of these 4 models that we tried today, which one is your favorite?
Difficult to say. I'm a big fan of ChatGPT myself. I'm always happy, although, to get bad results because it pushed me to understand what's going on behind the scene. I'm a big lover of Gemma. I never tried Copilot in the past. I will say Copilot. Let's be kind to Copilot because it was pretty easy to read and accurate, and I really liked the way he formatted all the information. How about you?
I quite like Copilot too and ChatGPT 4.5. I think they summarized really the key points in the contract that is interesting to the audience.
Alrighty.
I would, if Gemma 3 works fine, then I will actually prefer Gemma 3 because it's a local language model. It has the data stored locally. So you don't need to worry about it if your agreement is confidential. However, if the model is hallucinating and give you the wrong answers to the questions, then that's not great.
Yeah, there is always the risk that also the big model might hallucinate. So my recommendation whenever you use and you ask question about a document is to use a prompt in which you ask, show me the original text stating every information you're mentioning.
Right.
So
That's
at least you can know that and you can verify yourself that the information is not fabricated but it's real. And don't forget that those models don't lie. They don't even know that they are giving you the wrong information if they don't have it. So that's the problem behind hallucination. They are not naughty. They are being designed in this way, and they are doing their job, but not as intended by humans.